Do you believe in ghosts? 13 more amazing ghost pictures you need to see. If you're not already a believer in the paranormal, these spine-chilling pictures are sure to change your mind. Ghosts aren't real, right? Well, that's what hardline skeptics would have you believe, but you know better. If you're a believer in the paranormal and supernatural, then you won't need to be convinced that things really do go bump in the night. But just in case, here are 13 more incredible ghost pictures ever captured on camera. 1. The Grim Reaper. The Ozark Mountain Paranormal Investigation Team were called in to help a family in North Springfield, United States, who said odd things that were happening in their home. Robert McCall, a member of the OSMP, was present during the investigation, had this to say about his incredible paranormal capture. I came around to lock up the front door, and as soon as I turned the corner I heard a growling disturbance on my EVP and seen something darker than dark move around in the hallway, so I just started taking pictures of a completely dark hallway with nobody there. But if there was no one in the hallway that night, as Robert claims, what is the terrifying apparition that showed up on camera? 2. Ghost in Car Window. Showing off their new car for the camera, this creepy ghost picture appears to have captured an unexplainable face of a man in the back window of the other car parked in the driveway. The family claimed there was nobody in either car at the time and were shocked to find they had taken a picture of a phantom passenger. Stranger still, they also said that the face looked very much like the dead father of the man posing in the picture. The same man that had taught him how to drive years before. 3. Boy in the Cemetery. This amazing paranormal pictures was taken in an old Civil War era cemetery in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. The photographer was taking pictures of the hauntingly eerie graveyard, but it was only when he reviewed his images later that he noticed the semi-transparent shape of child's face peering out from behind one of the graves. 4. Kneeling Woman in the Cemetery. An amateur photographer took this haunting photograph at St. Philip's Cemetery in Charleston, South Carolina. Legend has it that the picture was taken exactly 99 years to the day after the apparition in the picture, believed to be Sue Howard Hardy, gave birth to a stillborn baby. 5. Shadow Beings. This terrifying photograph of a shadow being was taken by a computer camera. The person whose home it was had some anomalous things going on and often felt that an unseen being was lurking in her home. She left her computer web camera on for a few hours, recording the room, then went back and looked through the frames. This is what showed up on only 2 of the frames captured that day. 6. The Shadow Waits. Submitted to a fishing forum in 2013 by a keen fisherman who claimed his fiancée had the supernatural gift of being able to see into the spirit world. To prove her abilities, she took this photograph on her iPhone. The spooky picture shows a dark shape waiting outside the window, patiently watching the occupants inside. If that's not creepy enough, the guy also said that the picture was taken 3 years to the day after her father died. Is this a touching family reunion or something far more sinister? 7. The 2 Nurses. During a paranormal investigation at the South Pittsburgh Hospital, Tennessee, the Screaming Eagle Paranormal Society managed to snap this chilling photograph. Captured near the second-floor nursing station, 2 ghostly apparitions appeared, both transparent and one casting a shadow on the floor. 8. Ghost of St. Botolph. In 1982, photographer Chris Brackley took a picture inside the historic St. Botolph Church, London. The only people present at the time were himself and his wife. When the photograph was developed, he was astonished to note that a woman in old-fashioned garb was standing on the balcony to the right of the altar. A few years later, Chris was contacted by a builder who had been employed on restoration work in St. Botolph's crypt. He explained that, in knocking down a wall, he had inadvertently disturbed a pile of old coffins, and one had come open to reveal a reasonably well-preserved body, the face of which bore an uncanny resemblance to the figure that had made an uninvited appearance in Chris's photograph. 9. Ghost caught on Google Maps. Looking for a haunted hotel? Then you'll love the Hotel Stewart in Liverpool, England, which is well known in the local area for its extreme paranormal activity. In fact, it's so haunted that one of its resident ghosts have even been captured on Google. Let's take a closer look. The mysterious creature was spotted by a man who was considering staying at the hotel. He decided to do some extra research on the area by looking the hotel up on Google Maps, which is when he spotted a strange creepy-looking figure staring out of one of the upstairs window. 10. The demon behind you. This creepy photo has been making its rounds on the internet and it's left people terrified. Submitted under the caption "Please tell me that is your shy daughter," the images of an unknown woman taking a photo of herself in the mirror with her camera. But lurking behind her left shoulder is what looks to be a demonic face with glowing eyes and a sinister grin. 11. Gettysburg School Trip. During a school trip to the Civil War battlefields of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, this photographer managed to capture much more than his pupils. Appearing to march out from behind a boulder is faint figure which many believe to be a ghost of a former officer. 12. Ghost praying at altar. This photograph was taken in the late 50s by a photographer called John Crombie. During a trip to a church in Berlin, Crombie wasn't aware of the ghostly priest presence until the film was developed. 13. The Dying Man. While the origin of this photograph remains largely unknown, it's said that it was taken hours before the terminally ill man took his last breath. Some believe the strange clouds and orbs to merely be fingerprint smudges. Others believe that they are in fact our souls waiting for him.